Hello everyone, and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hey everyone.
We are back, just a moment, with part 3 of our Sonic 3D Blast Let's Play.
There we are.
And we are starting again at the beginning of Spring Stadium Zone, correct?
That's right.
Yep. And we'll see how far we can get.
Yep.
Hopefully, we'll make good progress.
That we will.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
So, we all hope that your, January is going well.
That we do.
We are recording this in 2025 now, so,
Yep.
excuse me. And we appreciate those of you who are here for being here. It's, you know, every view counts, and we're hoping you guys will, if you enjoy it, we're hoping you'll stick around a little more. Yeah. As of recording this, we have yet to upload part 1, so I don't know how much viewership this is getting, but I'm hoping it's getting good viewership.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah. Oh, we'll find out very soon. But as of the time you're watching this, obviously this is part 3, so hopefully you're watching this, hopefully you found it. We're hoping you like it too, yes. I think sometimes this camera can be a little dizzying at times. Yeah, I mean, it's our first venture into 3D for Sonic, so I'm not gonna be, like, too hard on it. I think they did pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah.
Yep.
The best.
Yeah, and I enjoy the game. I know it's a very different game, but I've enjoyed it well enough. Yeah.
I do know that it's not a game that I've played a lot, but I have played it.
Yep. Let me check something here. I'm just trying to look at the calendar, but this laptop's really frustrating to look at the calendar. If you guys hear noise, it's because of the heater, because it's winter and cold. Yeah, okay. This is coming out on a very important day for our country. Yeah. I won't get into politics, but
I'm not gonna say what it is either.
It's something.
Yeah.
It's something that gives us mixed feelings, but oh well. Anyway, at the time you're watching this, by the time you're watching this, both Connor and I have celebrated our birthdays because we are both January birthdays.
We are.
Mine happened yesterday. Because we're recording this the day after my birthday.
No, we are.
And we are recording this before Connor's birthday. But by the time you watch this, it will have been after his birthday.
That's true. Still have memories of some birthday, but the one that literally pinned to the far corner of my house because the house was so packed full of people. I was not enjoying this that
I understand that. Okay. Yeah, I don't blame you. I know you have a lot more extended family
I do.
than I do, and even though they're a little spread out, a lot of them are close enough that they come visit, so you tend to have a pretty crowded household on special occasions.
I do.
Whereas with my family, the only real extended family I have tend to live too far away where I don't really see them much.
Yes.
So I kind of just have my immediate family, so I'm used to quieter family events, smaller, quieter events. So yeah, definitely. It's definitely a difference in our households, but
That it is.
not a bad thing.
True.
But certainly I imagine you don't want every every celebration to be where you literally can't move. I don't think that sounds fun.
Yeah. It wasn't very You know, it's so cool that you have to go through the garage to get to a different part of the house.
Oh god. Yeah, see, I've never been to big parties, so I have never experienced that. I never want to experience that.
Good.
I mean, I've been to some of the celebrations with your extended family, but
Yep.
not when it was that bad.
Or patch, yeah.
I mean bad as in packed.
I see.
It's okay. Because to me, packed where you can't move is bad.
Right.
I'm not saying more people is bad. I just meant that when you're in a house that's not big enough for the people you have, I guess. The people at the party. I feel like once it gets to that size, you should rent a venue and have a party there
Yeah,
instead of at the house. Yeah, I know that can be expensive, but
Yeah.
if everybody chips in a certain amount, it probably isn't that bad.
That's not nice. Very nice.
Where's that last blicky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one. That last blicky.
Not who I was going for, but yeah.
That's okay.
Not at all who I was going for. That's okay. I was actually doing Where's That Last Damn Chaos Emerald? And I was doing Flicky
you were
instead.
trying to
Where's that last damn Flicky?
do Shadow.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
it's okay. Yeah, if I was trying to do that, Dr. Robotnik, that would have been a really poor attempt. I can do better than that.
Yeah.
This is about as much as I can do.
pretty good.
But thank
Pretty
you.
good.
Thanks. I can at least get the kind of feel, I guess. Even if my voice can't be flexible enough, I can sometimes get the flavor. Sometimes, yeah. Imitation is not always my strongest part of voice acting. I'm good at the other stuff, i.e., using my voice in different ways rather than being the voice actor who says, I can do 100 vocal imitations in 5 minutes or less. Because there are voice actors like that. And it's and I'm like, okay, cool. I wish I could do that, but I can't. And that's okay. I'm still valid.
You are.
Other people who can't do that are still valid, and the people who can do that are not. Yes. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Because really, at the end of the day, you just have to have a voice, know how to use it, and people have to like it. That's basically how you be a voice actor, really. And I completely disagree with a certain somebody who said that if you can only do one voice, you shouldn't be a voice actor. Look at... I'm using the example of somebody who's also an actor, who's mostly an actor, but look at Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Do you hear him doing more than one voice?
Mm-hmm.
Yet everybody wants him to narrate their movie. Yeah. Did James Earl Jones have a bunch of different voices? No. And yeah, and it's like, and I'm sure that guy would be a jerk enough to be like, well, they're the exceptions. Like, no. No. If you have a voice, if you speak clearly, if you can speak in an entertaining way, if you can express emotions, then you can voice act. Yeah. And that's something, a lot of people who criticized me for not liking English dubs of anime would, I think they misinterpreted me saying... They acted like I was saying that English voice actors have no talent, which was not what I'm saying.
I can only think of one voice actor.
Yeah, and, I felt that way more when I was younger, like, middle school, probably a little bit in high school, maybe the beginning of college, but now that I've learned more about the voice acting industry and how, creative directors tend to choose voice actors and what kind of directions you hear, etc., kind of how the business works. No, it is more... Well, first of all, it's personal preference. I study Japanese, so I know some Japanese. I prefer to watch it in Japanese. I feel like I know enough that I can follow with the subtitles, and if I miss a few subtitles, I can still follow what's going on because I understand a certain amount. Especially if it's a little kids show. If it's a non-complicated little kids anime or like a Miyazaki movie that doesn't use very specific vocabulary, I can pretty much watch it without subtitles and understand probably 75%, maybe 85%, depending on if it's really simple. Like My Neighbor Totoro, I didn't need subtitles, and that's not me bragging, that's just me trying to give you guys an idea.
Right.
Gundam, forget it. I need subtitles for Gundam. But anyway, it's first of all a matter of personal preference. Sometimes I that was very sad.
That was.
Sometimes I just prefer how the Japanese voices match the character better.
For me, yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's okay. You can go ahead and I'll say my second point in a minute. Oh, I don't want to dominate, but... okay, so my second thing is... it's long, so go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, because I felt like I was cutting it.
It's okay. We're having a conversation.
Well, thinking that you were done with your point, the original Japanese dialogue is the original story.
Yep, true. There's also that aspect. Sometimes they make too many changes to the story.
Yes, I'm not really watching.
Right, using Miyazaki as an example, yes.
Yes. Same with, I could argue, if I was watching the Japanese ghost story, because it's awful that the Americans invented not ghost story.
I have an extreme unpopular opinion with that one.
R-rated show involving children.
Yeah, well, I think you and I both have that extreme unpopular opinion with that. Well, most people think it's hilarious and it's like a meme and all that. Me, personally, I completely and utterly disagree with whoever made that decision. Because from what I had heard, they just looked at the script and were like, oh, this is utter crap. And that's why they decided to just have the voice actors improvise. And it became like a bridge show, but it's the actual English dub. See, my problem there is, if you don't like the script, don't adapt it.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect the original work by making something completely different. I didn't think it was funny. That really angered me, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, if you like taking an episode of Goosebumps and going as raunchy and as crude as possible, and got this R-rated comedy using footage of an episode of Goosebumps, so are you afraid of the dark?
That's the other thing. They're not keeping the original demographic in mind.
Yeah.
Which was probably kids. And yeah, I'm sure the writing was probably lazy and cliche, and they were probably doing it quickly just to make money quickly. But arguably, isn't that kind of what you guys are doing by deciding not to adapt the actual script?
For the other end of the spectrum.
Right.
Adult cartoons have a reputation of being utter garbage sometimes.
Sometimes they do. Yeah, well, I mean, they did that with Shin-Chan too. They thought Shin-Chan was too raunchy, so they're like, let's just make it an adult cartoon in our dub. And they purposely made it raunchier. Which I didn't find that out until I was actually, I actually went to Japan and saw Shin-Chan and, found out that the kids I was teaching liked Shin-Chan, and I'm like, wait a minute, isn't that a show on Adult Swim that has a lot of inappropriate dialogue in it? Yeah.
Think about that when I decided to dub The Simpsons to make jokes even more X-rated levels of raunchy.
Well, or you could just make it G-rated. That would be hilarious.
Oh yeah.
But
super clean Simpsons.
But yeah, as you can tell, it kind of hits us a little close to home.
But I'm sure Matt Groening will be appreciative of me making
Right. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, there's that, and yeah, I just was adding on to your point, and I feel that way with a lot of stuff too. It's not just Japanese stuff. I feel that way with pretty much everything. I mean, I tend to enjoy the media in its original language.
Yeah. To get the original context and the original
Yeah.
thought and flavor of the show as it was originally meant to be.
Yeah, and I'm not like looking down on people who like the dubs. I really am not. I'm not trying to be like I'm better than you or.
Great. I just didn't get it.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, people were like, one guy I met, he's like, I'm insulted that you don't like dubs because I want to be an anime voice actor. And I'm like, that's great. Maybe you'll be part of a production that's better, that I'll like better. And he's like, good save. And I'm like, that's the truth. It's not a save. Yeah. But I mean, it's like, and I'm like, you know, that's not top on my priority list either, but I probably would do it if somebody, you know, if I had the opportunity where I could dub an anime, I'd probably get involved in it too. But now that I know, so getting back to my second point, now that I know more about the industry and the other players involved in these productions, I don't anymore, for the most part. There's maybe one exception to this rule. I have one exception. But other than her, I feel like, I won't say who it is, I'll be nice. Other than this one person, I feel like, for the most part, when there is a voice actor or actress that I really, really don't like in multiple roles, I almost think it's not that voice actor's fault, that it's actually the people who are hiring him or her are just hiring them for what they think is the best fit. You know, that's the niche they put them in. And I just, personally, my own personal bias is that it's the wrong fit. One voice actor that's very well known that I felt this way about, I went back and listened to some of the roles he was in before he got really popular as a voice actor anyway, and realized that the stuff he was in earlier was a much better fit for him. But once he had a role where he really got super popular, all of a sudden he was cast in roles that were like that role. But guess what? That was the first role he had that I felt like wasn't a good fit for him. So then he just consecutively had roles that didn't feel like a good fit for him, in my humble opinion. So, therefore, that's why I wasn't liking his voice acting. It just didn't seem like a good fit. But I am not the creative director or any of the other people who are making those decisions, you know. It's just my opinion as a viewer, you know. And it could happen to any of us. It could end up happening to me. I hope not, but you know, I'm not trying to act like I'm above it or immune from it. You know, it could happen to anybody. This is a tough boss.
Yeah, I mean, tougher with all the spikes.
Yes. I know, I feel like Sonic's a bit slippery in this game sometimes.
Yes.
Almost like they have recently put wax on all the floors. Which is actually very dangerous. get a lawsuit from that.
Yeah. Or an yeah, well, obviously.
Yes. I meant a company could get into a lawsuit. Yes, you as the person can get injured pretty badly. Hence the lawsuits happening. So anyway, yeah, that was our big discussion about dubbing.
Close.
Ooh, good job.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Diamond dust.
Oh yeah, you thought we were slippery before.
Now we're slippery when frozen.
Yeah. It's okay. You'll need your coat because it's cold out here.
Yeah, I see snow. Holy crud, water.
Oh no. Yeah. I'm wondering if it's partially frozen or snow. It might not even be water, it could be an avalanche that just looks like water.
Alright, so I have to fight Frosty the Snowman.
Happy birthday!
Yes!
Those of you who've seen the movie will know.
He's made of Christmas because we're shoehorning Christmas in this January.
Yes. Yeah, and and it was supposed to be funny because he's supposed to say Merry Christmas, but if I was watching it in January, I'd be like, oh, he's saying Happy Birthday to me. Robotic penguins. They're kind of cute, though. Not as cute as the penguins that were mad at Dr. Cortex because the check they gave him bounced. He gave them bounced. You guys haven't seen. We haven't played that game on here. We probably will one day. That really should have been a cartoon. That game feels like a cartoon, I swear. I feel like if we weren't in the dystopian streaming days, I could turn on the TV onto Nickelodeon and see. There really should have been. There still should be one, frankly. They've tried. I have heard they've tried, but it's never gotten past the initial development stage. Crash showing up in the Skylanders cartoon doesn't count, by the way.
My best friend
Turner. Best friend Turner and I. My best friend, what happened? Did she break up with you? Poor Crash. Or did you break up with her? If you did, you're an idiot. Which I'm guessing. I mean, I know the other dimension, Tana is probably not interested in him. I kind of got that vibe that she's independent and badass woman.
Right. So I would remind the people who heard Crash's sister.
I don't think Coco shows up in the Skylanders, does she?
No, I was just saying because Coco was his one and only. I was reminding him that she's
Oh, I see.
their brother and sister.
Yeah, and they couldn't have Tana because somebody at Sony was like, Tana's too attractive. Yeah, I hate it when that happens. It's like, let female... You know, there's a difference between having a female character that's sexy and having them just exist to be sexy.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like Tana just existed to be sexy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean. And honestly, I didn't think
She was originally a motivation. And here's the thing. She and Crash both were mutated by Dr. Cortex, so it would kind of make more sense to have her at one point fight along his side, because they've both been victims to Dr. Cortex. I don't know about Coco, they actually really don't say.
Right, because she seems to be competent and
very wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, and I have no problem with Coco as a character, I just didn't want her to be the replacement of Tana.
Right.
And I know 4 brings Tana back, but we bring a different dimension back of Tana. So it kind of feels like Tana's not really back, you know what I mean? And as much as I like the new Tana, I want to see our regular old Tana that likes Crash and is Crash's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I know I'm talking about this on the Sonic thing, but I can't help it.
That's better.
I mean, I could talk about Rouge, but that, you know.
I don't have that many issues with Rouge has.
No. I mean, they haven't really... Rouge is a good example of a sexy character that's actually a character. And, you know, she plays a huge role.
Yeah.
I do feel some feelings about some design changes, but, you know.
Because that's right.
Yeah. I still consider, yeah, them pretty brave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, her outfits have been toned down considerably since her first appearance, though.
Right. Although I think there was negative backlash to Nintendo in terms of toning things down.
Yes. Yeah, there was one of the games, I don't remember which one, where they're like, isn't this a bit too much? Although I think a lot of it was with Amy Rose, too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't mind, I didn't mind Amy's red dress. I was not offended by it. I know it's past the time, but we're gonna keep going until game over, since, I guess. What do you think? You think that's best? Okay. Oh, okay, alright. I'll just give you guys a little more content. So we've got 2 lives, right? This is Act 2. So if you ever really want to get in a Christmassy mood, play the Sega Saturn version of Diamond Dust Zone. Both acts have very Christmassy sounding music. Yeah, very festive. Yeah, the Genesis is kind of just... this could be Christmas music, or it could not be. You know, it's kind of just... it's kind of just, well, it sounds a bit wintry, but not Christmassy. And wouldn't even necessarily have to have this music in the snowy part, so just kind of that way. Yeah. I appreciate the soundtracks of both versions, though. So. Interestingly enough, I don't have a favorite between the Genesis and the Saturn soundtracks. Sometimes I'm more in the mood for the Genesis one. Sometimes I might be more in the mood for the Saturn. Just case you guys were curious about my opinion on the soundtrack. That's not enough coins, Sonic. You won't catch any Chaos Emeralds with 12 coins.
Funny you say that, because I thought I was going to rings not
Oops.
Yeah,
I meant rings.
it's okay. Well, right.
You will leave the coin collecting to us. It's the best Mario I can do for now.
Hey, Mario! Who's the blue hedgehog and the blue-tailed frogs?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen him before. Luigi, look! No. Sad attempts at all Marios.
That's alright.
It's a hedgehog, Luigi. Go ahead.
That's a two-tailed fox!
Yeah.
I need to cut back on the pasta! What's the bagel?
Luigi no eat bagel.
How do you know?
Yes. Mamma mia! Mario! Is that a hedgehog?
Oh, yes!
Yeah, see, I can't do that. I can't get that.
Oh, I'm close. I think you're pretty good with Health Martin Nice and Luigi.
Thank you. Yeah, the current voice actor, he does fairly decent at Luigi. I don't know. I'm still not sold on his Mario. It will take time. It will take time. Alright, I guess we'll stop here.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Although, we'll attempt the boss and then we'll stop. Kinda seems stupid to stop on the boss. Unless you can't hit by.
Right.
I know our Sonic 3D Blast ones have skewed a little bit long, but
Yes, it's pretty good at this one.
yeah, and our last one was 39 minutes because we wanted to make progress.
Yes, and we did.
Yeah,
Against all the odds.
yes.
Ah!
Get a ring, get a ring, get a ring, ring, ring.
Oh, that's better.
Get a ring, get a ring, ring. Yeah,
Even better, my man.
yeah, thanks. I like the boss music in this game.
Me too.
It's pretty dramatic. The Saturn version is even more dramatic. I love the Sega Saturn boss music. It's so cool.
The rings.
Eventually, one day, we will play the Saturn version.
We didn't. Because we got that Saturn.
Yeah.
It's a shame not to use it.
Yep.
Ah!
Oops. Well, there goes one life.
Yes.
If we don't make it, we'll try again starting on the next part.
We will. Oh! No, 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 no!
Oh no.
Well, shoot.
Exploding snowman.
Yeah, probably not going to make it out of this one, but we'll have to start here in the next part to find out.
Yes. Who knows? Maybe you'll be really lucky.
Fart.
Nope. Alright, guys. See you
Game
next
over
time.
screen. See you next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.